Continuing on our previous video title, 44 Meticulous Organizing Tips last week, this is 37 Organizing Ideas to Rein in the Chaos by Peggy Wang, Melissa Maker, and random bloggers who are always thanking your visit. Now here's some bedroom organization ideas. 26. Fold your bed sheets 4 ways. Method number 1. Place the sheets inside the pillowcase and fold the excess pillowcase under. Method 2. Fold the pillowcase in thirds lengthwise, and then wrap across stacked sheets. Method 3. Simply fold the pillowcase and place on top of the sheets. Method number 4. Fold the pillowcase lengthwise to make sure it's the same width as your folded sheets. Wrap around both sheets, creating a nice, smooth front to display in your linen closet. The second method is my favorite. My daughter says it looks like a little present for her bed. For more folding ideas, here's some advice from YouTube organizing queen, Melissa Maker.
I have a little confession to make. I have a wicked case of drawer envy, and here's why. This is actually legit what my drawer looks like right now. No, that hasn't been staged. And if you look at my t-shirts, they're also quite disorganized. Now, when you live with somebody who's neat and tidy and perfect in the clothing department, like I do, aka my husband Chad, and this is what his t-shirt drawer looks like, which many of you guys saw at the Bed Bath & Beyond haul video that we did last week. It becomes a little bit frustrating, infuriating to live with that all the time, so I figured, you know what, I am gonna revamp my drawers so that they look store ready, store beautiful. I'm gonna make them look way better than his, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the journey. And of course, because it's me, I am figuring out the easiest and quickest way to get that all done. So without further ado, let's reorganize. Well, this is awkward. We're gonna kick things off with my underwear and bra drawer. I'm gonna start by removing everything from the drawer, and this allows me to take inventory of my unmentionables and maybe prune a few items right off the bat. For my bras, I'm gonna clip them up and store them one behind the other, just like they do at the store. You can use a drawer divider to ensure they all stay in one place. For my underwear, I'm just gonna fold them into a nice little package and file them in a similar manner to the bras. This saves a ton of room and works better than my old method of just dumping everything into the drawer. The result of a very easy job. My bras are all lined up back to back. My underwear is stacked in these two easy to access beautiful columns. And I have done such a great job that I freed up an entire third of my top drawer. You know, sometimes I even impress myself. And now we'll move down a drawer to a slightly less awkward subject matter, where we can check out my t-shirts. You can see they're pretty sloppy. And again, the reason why I wanted to do this whole project is because Chad's drawer is just so freaking beautiful. Anyway, the reason why this is such a great method is because not only can you see what's on each shirt, you know, when they're folded and stacked on top of one another, you really don't know what you have. But the other thing that's really interesting to note is that because the clothing isn't being weighted down by the weight of the other garments, you're actually not creating wrinkles and creases in your shirts the way you would be if they were folded and stacked one on top of the other. So we'll start this drawer as we did the first drawer and empty everything out and take inventory of what I have in here. The secret to an organized t-shirt drawer is in the folding. As you can see, I'm folding each side of the shirt in and then folding it in half, and here's the trick, in half again. This allows for any prints, which are usually on the chest, to be easily visible without having to root around. Remember to have the print side facing the floor when you're folding, that way your image will show on the front. For tank tops, I'm gonna fold them in half lengthwise and then repeat the same folds as the t-shirts. Then I'll file the shirts into the drawer, quite like folders in a filing cabinet. I think this looks great. I have economized more than half of the space in this particular drawer, and my t-shirts are so much easier to access. I know everything that's in there. I got reacquainted with a lot of the shirts that I completely forgot about, and clearly I need to do some shopping. I can't decide if showing you my underwear drawer was more embarrassing than what I'm about to show you here in my sock drawer, but I don't know, you be the judge. Look at my ridiculous sock drawer. I mean, this is like crazy. You guys are free to throw your virtual tomatoes at me, I get it. But I wonder if your sock drawers look any better than mine. Anyway, there is a really interesting theory about how to fold your socks, and I'm gonna give that one a try and see how it actually works out for all of this. I'm taking it from Marie Kondo's book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, which I know a lot of you guys have read. It's very interesting. And her theory is that if you ball up your socks like this, I think she calls them like baked potatoes or something. A lot of people don't like this. As you can see, it's really hard to organize, but also eventually it does stretch out the elastic bands on the top of your socks. The whole reason those are there is so that they can stay up on your shins and not just ring around your ankle. So without further ado, let's give her method a try and see if it makes my sock drawer look any better. Again, I'll start by removing all the socks in the drawer and removing any socks which are not worn or too worn. So here's how socks should be folded. Take both socks and lay them one on top of the other. Fold the socks in half, fold them in half again. And congratulations, you have now apparently folded your socks correctly. Once folded, I'm going to put my socks back into the drawer in the same orderly fashion that I used for my bras, undies, and t-shirts. And voila, an organized sock drawer. The drawer turned out absolutely fantastic. Marie Kondo's method worked beautifully. It was very easy to do, and I think this looks very organized and store-like. This is pure Canada. You get this with your Canadian passport. And this extra space over here is going to be used for my pantyhose.
Bonus. Roll stockings and put them in a smooth-sided organizer that won't snag them and cause them to tear. I used clear plastic condiment trays from the dollar store. 27. Ladder laundry rack from old wooden ladder. First, I painted it turquoise blue. Second, I sanded, scuffed, and stained it up a little bit, and then screwed some hooks in 4 spots. The third step, I got these shower hooks for $4.95 from Amazon.com, which then I spray painted Rust-Oleum Cherry Red to match the old laundry cart that also hangs out in this room. And the last step, I talked to my handy, helpful husband into helping me hang the whole thing from the laundry room ceiling. Before I admire it, I bought 4 identical lengths of chain at the hardware store and painted them the same color as our walls. I did that because I want the focal point of the room still on the new ladder. 28. Tight like unto a dish. A magnetic dish. So my dad showed up with a bunch of magnetic bowls. He asked me if I had a use for one, and I said yes, and took one. And I went home. A few moments later, I realized I need about 30 more of them. They are from Amazon. To make it more personal, I added a little shot of primer and then spray paint. It works best in a makeup room, junk drawer, and a home workstation. Number 29. Iron board holder. For years now, I've kept our ironing board in the tiny hole closet wedged between the door and the shelves. As soon as you would open the door, the ironing board would hurl itself at you, eager to be needed. Fortunately for me, and unfortunately for the ironing board, I usually just caught it, got what I needed, and stuffed it back in. Now that the laundry room is finally complete, I feel like I need to give the board a permanent home. Instructions. I started off with a scrap piece of 1x6. You can get creative with this and use whatever you want, but make sure it's over at least 17 inches wide. You'll want to be able to screw each side into a stud, and in most homes, studs are 16 inches apart. Next, I taped off a simple design using painter's tape. Here is the trick to getting crisp lines. Paint over the area with the base color before using the design color. This seals the tape lines and keeps paint from seeping under the tape. Then, peel off your tape. Do this before the paint dries. Next, add your hooks. Just make sure the hook is deep enough to hold the ironing board legs. I got these at Home Depot for about $4 a piece. Then, screw it into your wall, and cover the screw heads with spackle and paint. Done. And just so you know, this is in no way an original idea. You'll find them all over Pinterest. Here are a few others. 30. Use stackable wine racks from Pier 1 and cheap plastic cups to store all your office and craft essentials. Take advantage of vertical space and stack as many as you need to keep your office and craft supplies handy. 31. DIY fabric Tupperware lid holder. You can make this brilliant lid holder, assuming you know the basics of sewing, for next to nothing. You could essentially use any scrap material, but I would think using something that's breathable and quick drying would be more practical and last much longer. The best part about this project is that it doesn't take up hardly any space. 32. Dinner plate cradles. Instead of stacking your heavy plates on top of each other, consider investing in a few dinner plate cradles to keep them upright and easy to pull out of the cupboard. These are also nice for drying plates next to the sink. 33. hats and scarves, the two awkward things in the closet that are hard to find a space for. Make your own organizing rack with a single sturdy hanger and shower curtain rings. Chances are you've already got a hanger on hand, and the rings only cost $2 to $3. 34. Vertical Bakeware Storage. Instead of stacking your pans and baking dishes on top of each other, where you have to remove every single one to get to the bottom, turn a bakeware organizer on its side and secure it to the cupboard with cable clips. It's like a mini shelf that's just the right size for all those otherwise hard to get to dishes. 35. Under the sink storage solution. I love this idea for the bathroom for all those little hair accessories and miscellaneous cosmetics. It would probably work best for lighter items in the long run. I'm not entirely sure how much weight those adhesive utility hooks hold and for how long, but this idea takes up just about no space at all. 36. Ceiling storage. What a great way to take advantage of empty space. Use the ceiling of a closet to store those pesky wrapping paper rolls that always get crumpled and lost in the closet. You could also do this on the side of a closet to keep them standing upright and out of the way. And finally, number 37, DIY gift wrap organizer. I don't know how many times I bought gift wrap, only to use about half of it, and then forget about the rest because it's buried deep in the back of my closet. Probably crumpled and useless. I love this idea because you can hang it anywhere you'd like on a wall, and then easily move it later if needed. It's really rather simple too. Curtain rods, hooks, and a picture frame. That's it. Before you go, like this video and share it with your friend, or comment on it if you want to say something beautiful and worth reading related to this topic. Subscribe if you've never seen our channel in your subscriptions tab. And see you again next week with more than a dozen ideas on how to help people who easily lose everything. Thanks for still watching.